This is Dave with Taboo Customs. Today, this video is going to run through our assembly of our shock mount kit. We typically use this on rear axles, but you could also probably use it on front axles. But anyway, we're going to go through that kit and we'll show you how to assemble it. Alright, so with the kit, you're going to get enough parts to do 2 shock mounts, and you'll have your main part here, which will be the outer part, the inner part that is the other side of where the shock mounts, and then you'll get these pieces here which go in there to create our essentially our gussets. So we'll go ahead and we will assemble one of these. We'd recommend having some small magnetic clamps for this, and we're going to start with the assembling the inner bracket to the side bracket. So the way these side brackets go, they will match the bend right here and this. So make sure that whenever you're installing the centerpiece, you're getting it going the right way. If you go this way, you're going to end up having to cut it back apart. So these are little things here. So this inner mount here will pretty much be perpendicular to this surface, because that's the surface in between the inside and outside of the piece. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and tack these two together. Okay, and then what we can do is we can either go ahead and tack this piece to this side, or we can go ahead and put these pieces with the other piece. Now, the biggest thing here is you're going to want to make sure that you get the hole alignment correct. And one thing you can do if you want is you can use your sleeve and your existing bolt for your shock to actually align these up, or a new bolt if you didn't have an existing bolt. But for us, we're just going to go ahead and tack these together and check it. Now with those together, you should have right at about a 1/2 inch of space. If you don't have a 1/2 inch of space, you may need to cut it apart, separate it a little bit more, and re-tack it. Now that we've got those tacked together and our holes are lined up, we can put our other side on. So there you go, easy as that. Now what we can do is we can solid weld the outside as well as the inside, and we can go and we can mount it to our axle. So there you go, we've solid welded the outside of it. We've also welded the inside. Make sure you weld the inside for this inner plate. We also plug welded these slots out here, which is for this inner plate. Now we can take a look at how it fits on the Jeep. Okay, so here we've got a 1-ton rear axle and our shock mount. And you can see how well these shock mounts fit. They'll fit up tight to these 1-ton axles. Typically these tubes are 3 inch to 3 3/8 round. Now you can take and adjust this shock mount pretty much to kind of place you want it. Now since this is a Cherokee, our shock is a little bit back, so we're actually going to adjust this to where it's a little bit up and angled slightly back, more aligned with our shock mount at the top. But basically what we'll do now, clean off these surfaces here, solid weld down and all the way around. That then leaves this large slot here at the bottom for mud and rocks and debris to fall out, but gives us a strong, sturdy shock mount that, you know, if we bounce off a rock with it, we should be able to slide right over without much damage. So that does it for the build and installation of our rear shock mounts. If you have any questions on these rear shock mounts, or you want to purchase a set, you can go to taboocustoms.com, or you can get a hold of us on our Facebook or Instagram pages. Thank you.